Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we are going to do another horse battle. This time we're actually going to do the American Paint versus the Andalusian. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit rough. I'm actually a little bit sick, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds rough. But yeah, so first off we're going to do the American Paint and we're actually using the Grey Overo for this one. So the Grey Overo is a work type with standard handling and its stats are 5 health, 5 stamina, 4 speed and 4 acceleration. And you can buy him at the Tumbleweed stable for around $425. Again, if you have a better Honda system, you can definitely pick it up a lot cheaper, but I don't have a better Honda system. So as you can see me doing here, this is actually a level 4 horse, again, so I'm doing all the horses at level 4. You see me doing here some level 4 stuff right here. So yeah, it's a level 4 horse, and overall the horse looks pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the American Paints overall. They both have, or actually the American Paint has 4 coats in total and they both look very cool. So definitely check the American Paint out if you didn't already have one, because they're pretty cool overall. And probably also one of the cooler looking breeds in the game, especially with all the coats and stuff. Just pick them up if you don't have one already. And this one particularly, this one you actually have to buy. The other ones you actually are able to find in the wild, but this one you have to buy, like I said. The other ones, if you want the other ones, just check my video out about the American Paints. I did a video about them and where you can find the most of them. I actually found mine all at the same spot, so just check the video out if you want one. And yeah, so now let's go over to the Andalusian. So for this one I'm using the Rose Grey Andalusian. It's also the best Andalusian in the game. Also the American Paints is also the best of the American Paints, but this one is the Rose Grey, so this one is the best of the Rose Grey of the Andalusian actually. So the Rose Grey is a war type with standard handling and his stats are 7 health, 5 stamina, 3 speed and 3 acceleration. And you can pick this up at the Van Horn stable after chapter 6 for around $450. Again, if you have a better Honda system you can pick it up a lot cheaper. Overall, the Andalusian is not my favorite breed in the game, but it definitely looks cool. It's definitely a pretty cool breed. So just check him out if you don't have one already. So now your first test is going to be stamina. We're going to test them again in a straight line and want to see which one actually wins. Normally they both have the same stamina stats, so normally they should have the same, or they should quit the same, or they should buck me off the same time. Yeah, we're going to see what happens and probably see you when it's over. As you can see, the American Paint is actually a little bit faster. As you can see, you know, the American Paint is a little bit ahead of the Andalusian, and that will also affect, or actually that will also affect the way or when he bugs me off, because the American Paint has been faster, so he will reach more miles than the Andalusian, so he will reach a little bit further than the Andalusian before bucking me off. But we're just gonna see what happens, and then we'll wait and see which one bucks me off first. So you can see here they're both starting to struggle, they're both starting to have a little bit of trouble. As you can see, they both actually have the stamina is gone. They only have the light bolt or whatever that's called left. So we're gonna see what happens. And as you can see, the American Paint is actually quite a lot further than the Andalusian. As you can see, the Andalusian, actually they're both slowing down right now. They don't run as fast as the other one, and they both bugged me off at the same time. But again, the Andalusian was not that far away as the American Paint, because the American Paint was faster. That's why he covered more miles. So yeah. So round 2 again is gonna be speed. We're gonna put them through a simple test. We're gonna see which one actually wins in a straight line. I'm gonna smash the button again, and we'll see which one actually wins at the end. Again, I had to slow it down in slow motion because they both were pretty fast. They both had, you know, they're not both the same level of speed, but they were both, you know, almost on the same level. You will see that here. But I actually think the American Paint won a little bit, not that much, because the American Paint has 4 speed and the Andalusian has 3 speed. But I don't think there's much of a difference. After all, you know, you can see here just a couple, no, not that much actually. But yeah, so we're gonna test them out with the guns and stableness overall. As you can see, the Andalusian, he did not that great, you know. He was scared a little bit. Well, not a little bit. He was actually scared quite a lot. As you can see here, jumping and stuff like that. Luckily, he didn't run away, which is also very important. But keep in mind, guys, this is a warhorse. Normally, he should do a lot better than the American Paint, because the American Paint is a work type, and this is a warhorse. So overall, I don't think he did that great on the first couple of shots. On every gun, actually, as you can see, he's very agitated right now. He really wants, you know, just to run away, to jump up and down. But we're gonna test him out when we actually ride him. So when you ride your horse, that's when they are most calm. You know, if you want a gunfight, then I would just keep on your horse, keep riding your horse. Don't get off your horse, because your horse will probably run away then. As you can see, he's pretty calm right now when I sit on him, and that is decent. You know, mostly when you're in a gunfight and you're riding your horse, you don't get off your horse just to shoot. You're mostly riding your horse, and will keep riding your horse until shoot people. But yeah, so now the American Paint. So overall, the first shot is always the same. They always go up and down the hooves, the front two hooves. But then again, he also jumped. As you can see, I actually think the American Paint did better than the Warhorse or than the Andalusian at the first pistol round, because he didn't, you know, Andalusian was pretty scared, was pretty agitated by the gunfire. As you can see, the American Paint actually keeps calm pretty much the entire time. Well, not the entire time, but most of the time. And I was actually trying to shoot the bird over there with the no-scope. I actually failed quite a lot there. But yeah, so as you can see, with the rifle, he's not that agitated a lot, but I definitely think the American Paint did a lot better than the Andalusian. As you can see, now the American Paint actually starts to jump up and down. Otherwise, the American Paint definitely won the first round. So now we're gonna see what happens when you ride on him or when you sit on him. Mostly, that will be, you know, like I said a couple seconds ago, a couple minutes ago, your horse is pretty stable when you ride him. So if you want a gunfight, I suggest you keep on your horse and don't go off your horse. That way is a lot better actually than just, you know, getting off your horse, shooting, and then your horse will probably run away. So that's not that great. So I definitely think the American Paint won that round. So now we're going over to the Crocodiles. So we're here with the Andalusian, and the Andalusian, I thought first he did pretty well. You know, I was able to ride away fairly easy. There was nothing going on much. You know, I was able to ride across a couple Crocodiles actually, and he did very well, as you can see. So pretty good. You know, the first contact again is pretty important. It didn't bug me off right away, which is very good. And you can see here, you know, he's pretty stable. He doesn't bug me off. But then again, he bugged me off. But overall, you know, I was able to ride across like 5 Crocodiles, which is very good. You know, he didn't bug me off at the first contact of the crocodile, so that's very good on his part. So again, as you can see, I actually almost hit at the crocodile and it didn't try to bug me off, which is very good. You know, here again, I try to come close as possible, but sometimes the horses doesn't want to go closer, so you know you're not able to go very close to the horse. But I actually hit that crocodile and it didn't run away. Well, the horse didn't bug me off, so I thought that was very well. So the Andalusian definitely did a very good job with the crocodiles. He didn't try to bug me off, which is very amazing. But yeah, so now the American paint. So we're gonna see what the American paint does. So overall, the American paint must do a little bit lesser than the Andalusian, because the Andalusian is a war type and not you know, not the workhorse, you know. And actually bugged me off really fast, the American paint. But keep in mind, the American paint is a workhorse, not a war type, so that definitely helps, or that definitely changes a lot of the things, because a war type is pretty stable overall. As you can see, you know, I was able to ride here again away, but he actually bugged me off at first contact, so that isn't too great. I don't recommend, you know, a horse that bugs you off at first contact. Because that's pretty bad, to be honest. Not gonna lie, you don't want your horse to bug you off right away. But yeah, so overall I think the American paint did well. Not as good as the Andalusian, but I definitely think the American paint, you know, did pretty well. Actually bugged me off right here again. It bugged me off 2 times, but again, it's a work type, so I was not expecting too big of him, too much of him actually. So overall he did pretty well. You know, I was able to ride very close to the horses, didn't bug me off as frequently as other horses. So you know, like the Arabian, he bugged me off quite a lot. But yeah, so the American paint did definitely a good job, but I definitely think the Andalusian won that round of the crocodiles. So here we are again with the Andalusian and some wolves, as you can see. Overall, I think they both did very well on the wolf part actually. As you can see, I was able to ride away pretty easily. I was actually in a group of wolves, so I actually think the Missouri Fox bugged me off, or the some very good horse bugged me off actually. But as you can see, he also bugged me off. But again, I was able to ride away at the first contact of a crocodile, so that was pretty well overall. So he actually came back quite fast, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that he came back so fast. Again, as you can see, I was able to ride away. So overall, I think the Andalusian definitely did a good job. You know, it didn't bug me off at first contact. Actually went back for the crocodiles, and not the crocodiles, for the wolves. And then he bugged me actually off. But here again, he bugged me off also. So overall, but also you gotta keep in mind he came back fairly quickly. So you know, overall I think the Andalusian definitely did a good job. There are definitely worse horses in the game that bug you off a lot faster. So as you can see, I actually hit a wolf over there, but then again he bugged me off, and I actually think I ended up dying here, which is never too great. But yeah, so now the American paint. The American paint, I was very surprised by the American paint, to be honest. Actually, very surprised by the American paint. As you can see, I actually hit a wolf over there. No, he didn't stop anything. You know, the Andalusian actually like stood on his 2 hooves, but he actually didn't do anything. He just let me run past them, run over one of them actually. And as you can see, he did very well. You know, I was able to ride away all the time. I almost hit, I think I hit it 2 wolves at the same time. So I mean, look, now he bugs you off. But keep in mind, guys, the first contact again, I was very surprised by the American paint. It didn't bug me off as frequently as I thought, but then again, some weird things happened here, and I wasn't able to get up. But so overall, the American paint did very well. You know, he didn't bug me off at first, but then again, as you can see here, he actually doesn't want to come back, which is a bit of a problem. You know, your horse always needs to come back in dangerous situations, not like the American paint does now. But actually ended up dying right there. But I think the American paint did very well for a workhorse. So yeah, overall you decide who actually wins. I think the Andalusian definitely won the stableness round, but the American Paint won the other rounds. But that's just up to you guys. You decide which horse you want to pick. So yeah, that was it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit rough. Like I said, I'm sick. So I hope you actually enjoyed the video. I'm also gonna do some Metro videos and some Far Cry videos. Definitely check them out if you you know, if you want to check them out. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope to see y'all in my next video as well. I'm gonna do something else, something pretty exciting next time. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a fun day. Like and subscribe if you did, and I hope to see y'all later. Bye, guys. See you later.